Shehata is Associate Professor of Middle East Studies at the University of Oklahoma. He joins us live from Norman in Oklahoma. Now, welcome once again to Al Jazeera. Sir, the outcome of this election is pretty much a given, isn't it? Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is widely expected to win. The turnout was a big question, wasn't it?
Yes, that's correct. But you've answered really the mystery of the low voter turnout. The question becomes, when you know the outcome, when Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is guaranteed a victory, why would you bother leaving your home and voting? And that's certainly the primary reason why voter turnout is low. The other reasons, of course, are two, I think. First, as your piece indicated, the Muslim Brotherhood and other Islamists, as well as much of the youth, are boycotting this vote because they don't believe it's a genuinely free and fair competitive election. And I think the third reason is because in the 10 months or so since the coup last summer, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's popularity has worn quite a bit. So I think those are the three reasons that explain really the somewhat unexpected low voter turnout.
Do you think the low turnout threatens or undermines the election's credibility?
I think it certainly does, and that is the reason why the regime is in this unprecedented move, extending the voting for a third day. In fact, they extended the voting for an extra hour today and then declared, and the heat is an excuse, that there would be a third day of voting. I haven't heard of anything like this. And the reason is, of course, they want to engineer a certain outcome. Not only a victory for Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, but significant large participation to show that he has a mandate, to show that what occurred last summer was not a coup, to show that he really has widespread support among Egyptians. And so that's the logic behind this extension of voting.
Yeah, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi himself has said, though, that he is against this third day of voting. And Hamdeen Sabahi is threatening to pull out of the election. Do you think that's going to make any difference whatsoever? Maybe take more legitimacy away from this election, because it would only leave one candidate if he did indeed pull out?
That's right. Well, Hamdeen Sabahi has threatened that, and he's had some other difficulties. Some of his polling station monitors have been threatened, harassed. One of them was beaten up and so on. And he himself knows what the outcome will be and has criticized the electoral process in the past. According to the law in Egypt, however, even if there is one candidate, as long as he receives above 5% of the vote is legitimate and he will be declared the winner. But you're right to imply that the larger issues of the legitimacy of his presidency will be called in question. And I think that's the problem.
Shehata, as ever, thank you very much for joining us here on Al Jazeera.